What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers for showing love to the channel. Much respect to Elijah for the $30 donation to the channel. Much respect to Elijah showing big love to this channel. Elijah's been rocking with this channel since 2015. He's a Golden State Warrior. He's a true Golden State Warrior fan. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of Warrior fans who were always in the comment section back in 15, 16, 17, 18, but the last couple years, a few of you guys been MIA. You know what I'm saying? I know Casey's a real, Warriors fan. Don't always see him comment as much as anymore as he used to. But I know Casey's one. I know Elijah's a real Warrior fan. Steph Curry, the GOAT, is a real Warrior fan. A couple other you guys are real Warrior fans. A lot of you dudes have disappeared. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Elijah once again, man. And shout out to anybody that shows love to this channel. And shout out to anybody and everybody who's on the Patreon, okay? I'm gonna have another Patreon video tomorrow. Try to do 2 or 3 Patreon videos tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this game from yesterday, okay? So Portland and Denver. To me, I'm not saying that these are bad teams. They're not. However, these are two teams that have been sort of disappointing in their own way. Both head coaches are, to some degree, on the hot seat. More Terry Stotts than Mike Malone. But these are two teams that have been playoff contenders for quite some time, but neither one of them have been able to get over the hump. You know, Denver, to me, has all the talent in the world. Even without Jamal Murray, they still have a fantastic roster, but no one really picks them to get out of the West. Portland is even more so. To me, when you have, even though Portland won game one, I really don't have much confidence in a team that's dominated by two, high volume shot jackers. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing but respect, for Dame Lillard. The guy can ball. He can dominate a basketball game as well as anybody. C.J. McCollum is, a hell of a player. But when you got two guys that primarily play hero ball, that's not a good omen. And also, when the offense is dominated by two guys like that, and sometimes there's not a lot of ball movement, and there's a lot of ISO ball in this era, um, especially in this era, I should say, in any era, but especially this era, that usually doesn't equate to a long run in the playoffs. Look, when you look back at history, and I said this before, whenever you have a point guard and he's averaging close to 30 points a game, he better be on a team that's struggling. See, Steph Curry, he's allowed to shoot as much as he did this year and average 32 points because he was on a pretty bad team, okay? Westbrook, 4 years ago, when he averaged 31, almost 32 points a game, it's because he was on a bad team. Point guards generally, when they're scoring that much, it's usually on a bad or mediocre team. Nate Archibald, 72-73, Kansas City Omaha Kings. They were a mediocre team. But once you put Nate Archibald on a good team, like he was when he was playing with Boston, he was averaging more around 18, 19, 20 points a game. Now, yeah, Steph Curry had that 1 year in 2016 when he was averaging 30 points a game. But still, even with that, he wasn't just dominating the basketball like that. You know what I'm saying? You still saw great ball movement within that offense. So that's a special case. That's an exception. I just know from historical precedent that teams like Portland don't go very far. Okay, so I'm not surprised that they got blown out yesterday by Denver. Now, with Denver, um, their problem is just been, to me, bad coaching, which is probably going to be rectified this year. Mike Malone is not a great coach, in my opinion. Um, he has, to me, personal vendetta issues with Michael Porter Jr., and he doesn't make great adjustments at times. He gets outcoached consistently in the playoffs. Um, Now, they went on a hell of a run last year. Are they going to the Western Conference Finals again this year? I don't think so. But Nikola Jokic had a monster game with 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Um, Portland has no answers for Jokic as far as scoring. I believe he's averaging 36 points per game in this series. Okay. Um, if that continues, Portland is going to probably get a gentleman. Portland's probably going to lose in a gentleman's sweep. All right, 4-1. Um, whether that's going to happen, I don't know. But with Jokic consistently getting 35 to 40 points, even if you take away the playmaking aspect of other guys can just hit shots, get involved. I mean, look, Jokic had 38. Um, go through the team right quick. Michael Porter Jr. had 18. Aaron Gordon had 13. Campazzo had 12. Austin Rivers had 9. Morris had 12. Millsap, old ass Millsap, had 15. You go to Portland. Nick Powell had 15. Lillard had 42. McCollum 21. And according to the numbers, those are the only two guys that take double-digit shot attempts last night. Anthony only took 4 shots. Why do you have Carmelo Anthony? I don't understand why they have guys like Anthony or Nick Powell who can score the basketball. I remember there were many games when Nick Powell was playing with Toronto, right? When they won that championship run. And I was like, man, this Nick Powell dude can ball. 33 points coming off the bench, 25 coming off the bench. And then it goes to Portland, and look, maybe I'm wrong, but knowing Portland's history, it's like some of these guys just disappear. They just get, it's like they get sucked into the Bermuda Triangle and they don't see the basketball anymore. Like they just disappear from the floor. They disappear offensively. You got Carmelo Anthony, who's a top 10 all-time NBA scorer as far as total points. Number 12, I think, all-time pro basketball when you include ABA. This guy can put up a lot of points, over 27,000, and he only takes 4 shots. But then again, this game was over early. So, you know, shout out to Nikola Jokic. I think now, if you just sort of judge it, he's probably the odds-on favorite to win MVP right now. Now, if Joel Embiid comes out and has a 50-point game, even though the playoffs shouldn't count, but you know, and Embiid missed a lot of games this year too. So, but I think Jokic is probably the leading contender right now for MVP. But tell me what you guys think about these two teams, man. And I do think Terry Stotts will be fired after this year. And I think Mike Malone, I give him one more year. And if Denver loses in the first round or the second round next year, I think Mike Malone's gone. But tell me what you guys think.